You, so you just pissed super quick, like you did it.
I mean, it's like right there. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
like
right
it's
there.
difficult.
I've been in your house. I know.
I have no idea how that happened.
I was like, it's like we can't do it again. But
oh yeah, we can. We can load it 5 times in a row. The bottom of this keyboard, everybody. So, you know what happened? Chris scared me when I first sat down earlier today, and I spilled my beer all over my keyboard. It's all Chris's fault.
Yeah, blame it. Yeah, blame it on me.
I gotta blame it on you because you scared me. He was like, Neil, I'm pregnant with your baby, and I was like, Chris, I can't be pregnant. He's like, what do you mean? I go, you can't be pregnant. I've had a vasectomy.
There we go. And that's the drama for today. But Neil's still fired up about the press conference for WrestleMania. So, and I'm tired.
Wow, I gave you a perfect opener, and you just like threw it away.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
And today we got two movies that we're going to review right here for your listening pleasure. First, we will talk about the movie, The Guy with the Nose That's Really Long and Big. Yes, Roxanne.
Oh, wait, Roxanne, that's the movie with Steve Martin?
Yeah, I'm just kidding, because they both had big, long, fake noses.
Yeah.
But the one, the only, Bradley Cooper starring in Maestro.
You ever take a chance? You ever take a chance in your life?
Yes. I came to work for you, didn't I?
You don't get to talk back. That wasn't a fucking question.
Tonight
You're a
went
piece of
wrong
equipment.
because your menu
Until you
lacked
run your own
balance.
kitchen, you say, yes,
Everything was
chef,
designed to
whatever you
shop.
want, chef,
What
right
shop?
away, chef, and then you
Like,
shut
it's
the
impossible
fuck up.
fucking like to walk
You're
through
a fucking poison, you know that? You're a fucking infection. Get the fuck out of my restaurant.
Don't ever fucking touch me again.
It's from Burnt.
Yeah, that's a great movie. That's one of Bradley Cooper's best movies. If you haven't seen Burnt, guys, literally go out and see it today. If you disagree with me, that's okay, because that's what life is about. You can disagree all you want.
We're gonna disagree probably this whole episode.
This whole episode is going to be a big disagreement. All right, then. And then also in the movie starring the good old Bradley Cooper is also the one, the only Carey Mulligan.
Oh, don't cry.
Really, don't fucking cry. Tell me what you did.
I didn't do anything wrong, though.
She dropped out. Top of her class, and she dropped out. I did too, to take care of her. The two of us gone. You graduated magna cum laude, though. Did you ever feel guilty, or did you just feel relieved that she'd gone?
You know, I was affected by it too, okay? I mean, it's every guy's worst nightmare getting accused like that.
Can you guess what every woman's worst nightmare is?
That's from Promising Young Woman. Great movie.
Oh, yeah, great movie. Great movie. We
ago.
both enjoyed that one, I believe. Did we enjoy it?
I
like
enjoyed it. I think we did.
I did. I know you didn't.
6 or something.
You didn't like it.
I love Promising Young Woman. I think it's great.
I thought you said hated it.
Nope.
Oh, maybe I'm just remembering things wrong. All right. Also in this movie, the one, the only, I know him as the greatest version of a guy named Neil in cinema, Neil Caffrey himself, Matt Boomer.
I read energy in my work, and yours is pure and sweet. Tell him what your fantasy is, and make sure he does it with the lights on. If he doesn't, then y'all have a serious problem.
Well, when we were in college and we were falling in love, we used to listen to that song, Heaven.
Yes, I love that song. Oh, thinking about all our younger years. It was only you and me.
That's from Neil's favorite movie, Magic Mike XXL.
No, my favorite one is Magic Mike 1. XXL was adorable because it was a road trip, and you did get the Joe Maggio dancing in the, in the gas station, which was great. But the story behind Magic Mike 1 actually had deeper heart.
What about Magic Mike's Last Dance? What do you think about that?
I have not seen that one yet because you wouldn't do it for the podcast.
Oh, that's right. Because I had to watch the other two. All right. Okay? And who else is in this movie?
One of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time, singing one of my favorite songs by a stand-up comedian of all time, the one, the only, Miss Sarah Silverman.
I know.
What?
Well, how about when we were first going out, and I'm very self-conscious because I'm very hairy, and
What the fuck? Hold on.
Whoa, where did you record that from? I was going to say, I gave you a time frame.
I know, but it did. Hold on.
I know.
What?
I don't know what happened over here.
Well, go ahead and fix it really quick. Nobody's watching.
Okay, go ahead and
Yeah, don't worry. I'll keep talking. Hey, everybody, how you doing?
I'll be right
Nobody's
back.
watching right now.
I'll be
Nobody's
right back.
watching. Yep, go ahead. All right, everybody. Don't worry. Chris just went away for a little bit because, well, we made a boo-boo. And that's okay, because in life you can make mistakes, and it's okay. If you know how to, just fess up to it and just accomplish. Ooh, I just realized my hat is really crooked. Oh, there we go. But but Chris stepped away just for a second. Technical difficulties. It's okay. We do the vlog just because we like seeing you people. We like hearing and chatting with you people on here and stuff like that. And everything is edited for the podcast anyway. So if you want the shorter version of what we do today, literally, I think did a spirit globe just go in front of my camera? Ooh, spirit globes. So if you have any random questions right now, I'm just sitting here waiting for Chris to get back. I see that there's a couple viewers on there. Remember, guys, everything doesn't have to be perfect in life. But we are going to talk Maestro today. We are going to talk Argylle, and I can't wait to talk about these two movies because both of them are ridiculously they're right up there, and this is a way to start 2024 with these two movies. So it doesn't matter if you like the arts or if you are more of a action adventure kind of guy. But it should be a very good episode coming up in a few seconds. And I don't know if Chris is ever going to return. Usually it doesn't take him this long. Yeah, where you at, big guy? Chris. Also, we're going to be talking about today. We got a lot of good news stories that came out in the last 24 hours, so I can't wait to talk about those. Also, on top of that, I am actually working on a wrestling podcast nation. Now, I won't tell you the name or anything because I'm waiting on trademarks and all that stuff, but I am going to be working on a wrestling podcast. That probably one of the first episodes will be right before WrestleMania 40 because I will be going to WrestleMania 40 at the wonderful Philadelphia, and we'll be taking all kinds of videos and stuff like that. So I'm going to probably start a new channel so I can add that to the bay whenever Chris gets back. It's been 3 minutes now. Oh my gosh. I'm just here by myself. Hey, streamer Luke. But seriously, yeah, Chris does like to sit down when he pees. Huh? Oh, come on, Chris. Where you at? You've been gone for like 3 minutes now. And it just stinks because right now all I want to do is turn on the WrestleMania press conference because the WrestleMania press conference is live right now. And I just want to talk about that. I want to get that off my chest. I have good friends, good wrestling buddies here in the Tulsa area that watch with me, so it's great. All right, Chris is back. Did you figure it all out?
Yeah, it'll take me 10 seconds. It'll be uploaded. I have to re-record it, but just start from who else in this movie? I'll say that. Who else in this movie?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Who else is in this movie?
What's the password? I don't feel safe.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who else in this movie now? Who else
Also in
in
this movie is Sarah Silverman.
Matt Damon. And you know that I ain't lying.
I said I'm Matt Damon.
She's Matt Damon.
Ask me inside Matt O'Brien.
It's true, the insider has confirmed that she is in fact Matt Damon.
Last week when I was playing Scrabble with you online, I was Matt Damon.
You flew back and forth like an idiot to do your show and Regis and Kelly's show. She was definitely Matt Damon.
When I told you I was Matt Damon, I was Matt Damon.
On the bed, on the floor, on the top of a door, in a tub, in the car, against the mini car.
So yeah, that's Sarah Silverman talking about fucking Matt Damon.
She was fucking Matt Damon. I love it. That's one of my favorite songs. Fucking Ben Affleck was not as good as that, I think.
Not as good. You're right. Yeah, I agree with you. So
yeah, but anyway, also there's a bunch of huge cast in this movie. Maestro. It's been nominated for a bunch of awards. So
best actor, best picture. Yeah.
And we'll talk all about that here in a little bit. The second movie that we are doing tonight is #1 at the box office this past weekend. The one called Argylle, featuring the one, the only, my favorite Superman, Mr. Henry Cavill.
I saw your matter site. Marks on and around the door show that it was forced open. And recently, there were signs of a scuffle with boot marks from 3 separate intruders, one of them heavy set. Judging by the height and extent of the subsequent damage, traces of fabric and spots of blood suggest that there was another occupant, likely female, who seems to have fought back, using a sharp and improvised weapon before escaping through the window. I'd say this was a targeted search and interrogation in which 2 women were discovered, and then my sister arrived. And you were curiously fast to arrive after her. Now, are you going to release her, or shall I?
That's from Noah Holmes 2.
Noah Holmes Tubes. Yes, because I couldn't find a good Superman one where he wasn't like, screaming or fighting. So I gave one where he sounds really smart. Which Henry Cavill is. I mean, let's be honest. The guy is now the leader of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. It's going to be happening. He's the leader of the Highlander universe. That's going to be happening. He's the leader of the Witcher. Well, he wasn't the leader of the Witcher universe. That's why he quit. Also in this movie, the one, the only wonderful Bruce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard. You said Bruce.
Oh, did I say Bruce? I'm sorry. I look at him. I'm sorry. Sorry. Every time I see Bryce, I think Bruce Wayne for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Bryce Dallas Howard. Sorry, Bryce.
I told you how it works.
The Cullens have powers.
Don't underestimate them, Riley. You'll have the numbers, but they'll be able to anticipate your every move.
According to your friend?
Yes. My dead friend. Laurent found out about the things they could do. And they killed him. But not before he told me.
So where's that from, Neil?
That is from Twilight. Did you even know that she was in Twilight?
Dude, it's hard. She's a chameleon.
I know. Sometimes she is. These days, now that you've taken more light to her, or more that we've seen her enough that you can see her. That you're like, when you go back and watch movies like that, I was like, I was looking for clips.
I was like, doesn't even look like her. I thought,
I know,
Yeah.
And I was like, when I was looking up clips, it was like Jurassic World, and I was like, dude, I just want something that's not Jurassic World.
By the way, when I saw it, when I watched the clip, I went back to the IMDb to confirm that was her.
Why would you do that? You know I do my research yet. Okay, one time it happened, all right? One time I got the wrong dude. Gosh, what a dick. Anyway, Awesome is one of the most sexiest motherfuckers on the planet Earth. He's awesome, he's funny, and he makes me laugh every time he's on the picture playing Mr. Sam Rockwell.
It's a lot of condoms. Got enough condoms here to choke a goat.
What?
I don't know what I just said. Hey, you want to get out of here?
What?
Is it creepy? I'm being creepy. Do you want to go on a date? I mean, do you want to get out of here and then go on a date?
Based on what? Based on nothing? Just go on a date?
Well, what else are you doing today?
Fighting the urge to run away from you?
I'm actually on the run, too.
From creepy guys like you?
Oh, man. These guys wish they were as creepy as I am. International hitmen. Oh, gross, right?
Oof. Nothing.
Yeah, so that's him talking to Anna Kendrick from
Mr. Right, one of my favorite. I love anything Sam Rockwell's in, actually, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen a movie.
What's your favorite Sam Rockwell movie? I got mine in my head already.
Probably Charlie's Angels.
Moon.
Oh, no, Moon's good, but that's not real. Choke.
Oh yeah, Choke's okay.
Choke was a good one. I like Choke. I like Mr. Right. Loved him Iron Man 2. I love him as Justin Hammer as the bad guy.
Yeah, he was in the Green Mile. Was basically that most people.
Oh my god! I know, but
Yeah.
that's the only movie that I can't really watch with him in because it's like, oh, you make me hate you so much in this movie.
All right, we get 2 more people to talk about in this movie. Who else?
I know Bryan Cranston being one of them.
I'm the cook. I'm the man who killed Gus Fring.
Bullshit. Cartel got Fring.
You sure? That's right. Now, say my name. Heisenberg. You're goddamn right.
Yeah.
Oh!
You just got a boner.
Of course.
You got a boner.
Every time he does that line, you're goddamn right. That one in the you go, I am the danger. Oh.
And we got one more. One more.
Do we got one more?
Yeah.
Do we got 14-time WWE champion, one of the greatest of all time, Mr. You Can't See Me Yourself. He's invisible to everyone, so you don't know where he's at all the time. Mr. John Cena.
I will fuck you, all right? I will enter you. You're gonna enter me? Did you hear what he said?
What are you talking about right now?
I'm just trying to intimidate.
You're just talking about raping him.
You're not about that life, champ. I can see it. Oh, I am about that life. No. I will get crazy up in here. You like movies? We'll make a movie.
Oh, God.
We'll make Mama Say Knock You Out, starring my fist in your dick hole. Oh, shit. What the fuck is wrong with this dude?
He wants you. Babe, your threats, I'm telling you, they're super gay.
Too sexual?
Yeah.
This has to be the corniest muscle white dude I've ever seen in my fucking life. Okay, Coco Beware. You know what? You're being an asshole, all right? You know what I do with assholes? I lick them.
Okay.
So funny, really quick, I gotta tell you this story. So the other night, I was hanging out with my buddy Logan, and he told me that when he was at this one Monday Night Raw, he was sitting behind Coco Beware.
Oh yeah.
And then I heard that last night, and I laughed a lot loud when I was like replaying that. I was like, Coco Beware. Chris, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us on moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/Movies That Don't Suck Podcast. We're on X, MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram, MTS Podcast. We also have a Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Movies That Don't Suck. You guys want to find us? We are friends and patrons and parts of W2Mnet.com. That's W2 MSMoviesNet.com. You'll find us there. One of the bunch of cool podcasts run by Mark Radowich, a friend of the program and often a guest. And also, we're also on Bonfire. Go to bonfire.com/Movies Don't Suck. Something to do. You'll find shirts with our names on it and a few other things that Neil's made. They're pretty cool. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Watch this on Facebook, the page. And if you're listening to this on podcast, go ahead and subscribe. So when it's uploaded, it's ready for you moments after. And where you find podcasts from who's on second something to do. You know, who we talking about today? Who we helping out?
Today we're going to help out an old buddy of ours because I was like, man, we haven't talked about his place in a while. So why not? Because we love talking about a good buddy of ours. I still talk to him via text message, but I don't live in Kansas City anymore. But I do talk to him like at least every couple of weeks. And that's our good friend Edward over at Reroll Tavern. Now, Reroll Tavern, if you guys don't know, just imagine a bar where everyone knows your name and your character's name. A place where discussing your Dungeons and Dragons group is the conversation starter. We're laughing over a golden pint and a ridiculous card game is par for the course. And we're connecting and reconnecting over a game of Connect 4 is the norm. The space is Reroll, and they are some of the greatest adventures that you could ever come about. Now, me and Chris, back in the day, used to go to his first bar, which we won't say that name because it's owned by someone else now. But Reroll is just like that environment. It is safe for people who are nerds, that play games, that are gamers, that like cosplay, like these two right here, dressed like Letterkenny characters. Literally, it just is normal to be geeky, have fun, go play games, talk stacks, talk nerdyisms, and the what goes into even doing something like this is just fun and ridiculous. They have over hundreds of board games, tabletop games, and such, drinks, all kinds of everything that you can possibly want. They have a membership program where you can pay a monthly individually or a yearly fee. You can reserve private rooms, reservations, and they even have some good old grub, like, the Hobbit leaf. Well, those are cocktails. I'm sorry. I was like, but basket of chips. They got, the Demogorgon burger, the Reroll burger, Red Mountain pizza. Like, they have a bunch of good stuff, good food, and good times. So if you want to meet people, if you want to go hang out with people that are your own, if you want to hang out with the nerds, go down to Reroll Tavern.
Yeah, Ed's really OG of the board game bar in KC. Really,
yeah. He told me the whole story once that he went somewhere and he saw it like in a big city, and then came here and was like, I can do that here. And I've been trying to figure out. I've been trying to get, like, if I had money, dude, I would open one here in Tulsa, because there is here one in Tulsa, but I don't think they do it right.
Oh yeah, what's wrong with it? Well,
they charge per hour.
That's lame.
They do. It's a bunch of stupid stuff. It's like really. I think I could. I'm not trying to say I do everything better. I'm not, but I just think I could probably do it a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, there's places here they just charge you to let you in, or they'll charge you to buy something there. I mean,
yeah.
So
it's just like, man, there's a way to do it, and then there's a way not to do it. And I think Edward is probably one of the best at doing it.
He was. You guys go back to episode 50. Edward's actually on the podcast.
Yes, he is. And again, really cool guy. We love talking to him, buddy of ours. Go support local. Go support Reroll Tavern.
All right, man. You ready? You got anything else before we get into the movie talk? Or
man, to be honest, I think I really need to start a wrestling podcast, because right now I'm coming up with I got a trademark. I don't have a trademark, but I have a logo that I'm working on right now. I have a theme song I'm working on right now, because I want to make sure I have the few things I need, like that, and then just turn the camera on but start talking. But I don't know what to do exactly. Like, should I go somewhere and just open up chat and like have people talking back with me?
Yeah, because it's hard, man. Like, I wouldn't be able to do a podcast by myself.
No, I can't. That's a problem. That's a problem. Like, my buddy Logan, once he goes, why don't we try an episode, like, start it off right before WrestleMania 40, before we leave, and then while we're at WrestleMania 40, I keep uploading videos the whole time. To like a YouTube show, a channel, or a Twitch channel, or something like that. And I already got the YouTube channel built. I already got several things built, but it's also learning if I want to do it as a podcast, or if I just want to do it as a vlog, if I want to do it as a Twitch program. It's like trying to figure all that stuff out, because in this day and age, how many platforms can I be on?
Right. You know? Yeah, it's hard.
I mean, how many platforms are we on right now? We're
I
on
don't
one,
know.
2, 3. We're on 3 platforms live right now on 4 different channels. And then on top of that, we are also going to be on all the platforms that you upgrade, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Do we still do Stitcher, or is that gone?
Stitcher's gone, and so is Google. They're both gone. So like, really,
It's
only
Apple,
really,
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and then all our
yeah,
blog
yeah.
videos.
The once I upload it there, like it gets thrown out everywhere else. So like most of the podcast apps that I have, it's just an aggregate of those 2 places where
Yeah.
podcasts are uploaded. So it's yeah, we're everywhere.
Weird. That's weird. This whole work.
Yeah, but yeah, we're everywhere.
Yeah,
And
we're everywhere.
Speaking of what's everywhere, speaking of everywhere, let's talk about Maestro because everyone watched it.
Maestro.
It's on Netflix, directed by Bradley Cooper. You know, you guys know who Bradley Cooper is. He also directed A Star Is Born, which both me and Neil really liked. I think Neil gave it a perfect score. The first perfect score of the show was for Star Is Born. This also stars Bradley Cooper as Leonard Bernstein himself.
You ever take a chance? You ever take a chance in your life?
Also, Carey Mulligan as Felicia Montague.
Oh, don't cry.
Also, Matt Bomer as David Oppenheim.
I read energy in my work, and yours is pure and sweet. Tell them what your fantasy is.
Also, the stars Vincenzo Amato as Bruno Zerato, Greg Hildreth as Isaac, Michael Urie as Jerry Robbins, Brian Klugman as Aaron Copeland, and this also has Sarah Silverman in it as Shirley Bernstein, Leonard's brother's sister.
I know.
What?
Well,
Oh fuck! Sorry.
Don't say the fuck word.
There we go. Then, but yeah, this stars a bunch of other people. It's a long movie. Neil, why don't you just read the storyline for Maestro?
Maestro will tell the complex love story of Leonard and Felicia, a story that spans over 30 years from the time they met in 1946 at a party and continuing through 2 engagements, a 25-year marriage, and 3 children, Jamie Bernstein, Alexander Bernstein, and Nina Bernstein Simmons.
So when this movie first came out on Netflix, I saw the poster. I'm like, God, what a fucking dry fucking movie. I thought it was boring as shit.
And it's exactly what it is.
Are you bored by this movie?
God damn, it was hard to keep my eyes open.
When did you watch this? I was fucking enthralled by this movie.
Oh, me, I had 3 people watching it all together, and like we were just like they're the only character we actually gave 2 shits and a fuck about this whole movie was Carey Mulligan's Felicia's character.
Because Glenn treated her like shit, right?
Yeah, Bradley's character, like he was supposed to be the star, but nothing happened. Like there's no scenes in this movie that made me think, oh, turmoil. Like there's one scene and it was all ran by Carey Mulligan. The rest of it was just him like, yeah, I guess I want to go see this guy and I'm gonna go do this over here. And,
yeah, I had a different. I loved this Maestro. I really did. I love this movie.
I wanted to love this movie.
Okay.
I went into this movie with a positive attitude. One, because it's only been nominated by, I don't know, everybody and their freaking brother.
Yeah.
But like, it was just he was just a shitty person, dude.
Yeah,
he was just a shitty person. And like the whole movie, I didn't know who I was rooting for. Who was I rooting for in this movie? Nobody. Everybody was a piece of shit.
There's no doubt showing the flaws, the big flaws of Leonard Bernstein was the right way to go for sure. Because they weren't sucking his dick the whole movie.
No, everybody was sucking his dick the whole movie.
Everyone else was.
There's Matt Boomer was sucking his dick. Michael Urie was sucking his dick. Let me start calling them all out. Who all sucked his dick in this movie? Carey Mulligan sucked his dick in this movie. I mean, there's one part he literally walks up to a married couple or a kid of a married couple is like, I slept with both your parents.
It was a baby, to be fair.
But still, it's a dick move. What a piece of shit. Like,
he
I
was-
never want to watch West Side Story ever again. It
So-
ruined it. Not only did this movie ruin this movie for me, but this movie ruined one of my favorite musicals.
Well, so it didn't
Literally.
it didn't ruin anything for me. What it did do for me is how conductors can change the way music sounds or recorded or done. Which I after that I was convinced, as I wasn't, you know what I'm talking about. You weren't able to understand that.
I mean, there was 2 different scenes
Mhm.
where they actually talked about music for like, I don't know, 5 seconds.
Did you want more more insight in the music part? Because there is a scene here, which is the most powerful scene, which is the scene in the church. You remember the cathedral? That which was probably, like, to me, that was thrilling.
Oh, do you
But-
mean the 1978 Cathedral concert that he had in London?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the most famous fucking things ever done in the history, man.
And you guys can find
musically.
it online. It's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
But
it was gorgeous, it was beautiful, shot great. Didn't give me any insight on music or why. The only insight that we got of his abilities was him writing the play Mass, or the show Mass. And then him at the end, when he was like a couple years away from dying, where he was teaching a class and showing him the gentle, like, why didn't we see what this meant, what all this meant when somebody goes like this as a maestro? Why is that not important to this story? Why was it more important how many dicks he sucked and not important about the art?
This is the quote unquote love story between him and his wife, which
Like, there wasn't a struggle for the first hour of the movie.
yeah, they're building it. They're building it. Like, to me, like, I like this movie a lot, and I can understand why you didn't, but I wasn't bored, and I was
I
tired.
was, because it got to the point where it's like, okay, so she just accepts that he's a cheating whore.
Yeah,
like that. Like, I get that, like, right off the back, and then I was like, but they don't even make a deal about it. They don't even make a deal about it. Like, she's not like finds out and then is like, oh, I'm gasped. It was just like,
I
yeah,
don't
okay,
know
whatever.
if it's the time, like, in like the stature of the relationship. I don't quite know, because but then she said she knew about him from the very beginning, like when they first started dating. But again, this is Maestro. Neil didn't.
I
like
didn't
it.
even the moment when they met and they go and do their little. I didn't until they did the sit down in the park scene.
Mhm.
I didn't even know they liked each other. Like, I didn't. Like, it did not. It was not conveyed. It was just like,
I knew. I
there's
think it was
2 people
conveyed.
talking.
I knew they liked each other. Absolutely.
I thought, okay, maybe it's just a friendship, because literally you see him, boning Matt Boomer for like the first 30 minutes of the movie, which is awesome, because
You don't
Matt
see
Boomer
it,
is a
you don't
sexy
see it, but
man.
it's definitely implied.
Yeah. Oh, it's very implied, and it's Matt Boomer, who by any means.
Neil saying that if he was in that situation, he would.
Yeah, I would. I'm fucking Matt Boomer.
Yeah.
But okay, here's some highlights and some good spots that I did like. One, some of the best real acting from Sarah Silverman ever.
Oh yeah, she was
usually
great. Yeah,
she usually plays comedians or funny movies and stuff like that, which is nothing wrong with that, because I love Sarah Silverman comedy. Always have. Everything she's ever done. I watch. Stupid Pet Tricks comes out right after Super Bowl. Gonna fucking watch that.
Mhm.
But that was a good high point. Carey Mulligan's acting was
Oh my
a
God.
very high point in this. It took me about 20 to 30 minutes to start to like Bradley Cooper's voice. I did not like what he did with the voice, and this makeup for this nose, dude. Where's that?
Okay,
at?
people have a problem with it. Yeah, and I can understand the problem with
I mean,
it.
look at his nose, dude. Like, it doesn't even look like him.
But that's not Bradley Cooper's nose. That's Roxanne. That's
Okay. Let's get the real life one. There we go.
Yeah. So Bradley Cooper, the makeup of this is kind of amazing. Oh yeah, I mean, it's like,
And
I'm
the
not sure
thing
you
is
need that
too,
nose, though.
very much so. Everybody was also calling for the killing of Bradley Cooper after he put on that nose, and here's that scene that you were talking about, one of the best
so
scenes.
good.
Yeah, that was a great scene by any means, but that was at the end of the movie. Already, I was not interested anymore. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm
And I get it, and I'm not dissing you for it, but goddamn, But
so no, you know, when I saw this movie, when I first started, I'm like, God, this movie for fucking old people. And to me, I was changed me, I'm an old guy, but I love this movie. I love
yeah, no,
Maestro.
and my thing is, I would like to see his inspiration. We didn't see his inspiration. He's already ready to fuck 10 people and, already a maestro. And I get that we're concentrating on their relationship. But man, this guy is supposed to be one of the greatest composers in the entire world ever.
Conductors. Yeah,
Conductors. Yeah, and composers. I mean, he did.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, he won what? Like 5 Tony Awards, 20 Emmys. Like I don't even know how many awards altogether, but like the dude won a lot of awards. But we never saw anything of why. Why was he passionate about it?
So it's interesting
It
because
just starts his journey of fame.
so it's the reason I had the problem with the Theory of Everything you have with this movie, which is, you remember that movie, Theory of Everything, about Stephen Hawking? And I didn't like that because I wanted to learn more about the profession.
Yeah.
But I was actually totally fine with Maestro. I really loved it. I can understand why you didn't, but I was ooh, excuse me. The
Don't
beers.
die. Don't die on air, dude. Come on. It's like literally, you gotta be healthy, bro. Eat
I
more
love that.
veggies.
I thought it was acting. I was it's only movie that in the past, I don't know, most of the best Oscars that made me cry. And
See, it didn't make it didn't hit it. I was sitting there watching it with my wife, and she's the one that like literally said to me, "Who am I supposed to care for?"
well, I mean, that's not the point of movies, right? Like I know that
Dude, every movie you have to have somebody root
no,
for.
that's 100% bullshit. You know that's not true.
No, seriously.
You don't have to root for any. There's no movie needs to have not every movie needs to have a point where you love each other. Because there are plenty of movies that are full of awful people. Everyone that's always in Philadelphia are awful people.
But when they are full of awful people, they're presented as awful people. These people were all presented as they're all the heroes.
Well, no, I don't think Bradley Cooper's, or at least Leonard Bernstein wasn't shown as a hero in this. They showed the things he did with music, accomplish things, but that just by highlighting his accomplishments doesn't mean he was a good person. And they definitely showed that. They definitely showed how he hurt Carey Mulligan's character or his wife in this, and that's what I thought was interesting.
But the thing is, it just turned. Like she didn't give a damn for like 20 years.
Well, she gave,
and then all of a sudden, she's like, "You hurt me the whole time," and it's like, but you knew about it. You made it very clear. You knew about everything. You made it clear, and you made it very obvious that you like. It's like being in a polyamorous relationship, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, by the way, 20 years into your polyamorous relationship where you've gone to crazy wild orgies and whatever the hell you do, and all of a sudden you just turn to your mate and you just say, let me make my point, and you can jump in. And you turn to your partner and you just say, oh, by the way, this whole time you just been hurting me, even though I approved of this relationship.
But we can also say that she was a victim, that she felt trapped there. But I mean, like this is what happened in the relationship. Not saying it's good or bad, but that's what happened. And we can't say that's not wrong for what they did.
No, it's whatever they want, man. I mean, if that's if you want somebody that says I love you and lies right to your face, whatever.
And that was shown.
And that's exactly what she did the entire relationship.
Yeah, but
she lied right to his face the whole time.
And he did too.
No. He was very honest about him. And I mean, there's even a scene, the one really kick-ass scene in this movie where she's like, your honesty makes everybody else not honest. So she's like, hey, I'm a bad fucking bullshit woman, and because of me, you're a bad person because you're honest about who you are.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So you were bored by this movie?
I mean, no, I said there's high points, but the thing is, by the time it got to those high points, I was already so bored with it. Like I was like looking on my phone for something on Reddit.
Oh my god, I didn't
Like-
have that. I didn't have that experience. I really liked Maestro. I thought it was captivating, but that's why we do the show, right? Right?
Right.
We do the show.
That's why we do a show for counteractions. Because believe
Yeah.
me, Chris really liked Lady Bird, and still
I did like it.
I've rewatched it, and it still doesn't hold up.
Okay, fair for you.
But anyway, Chris, give us your rating.
My rating for this is 4.2. Yeah, it's a good. I like this movie quite a bit. It's got some of the best acting you'll see this year. It's got some of the best directing you'll ever see. And if you guys and to me, I was captivated by this movie. I didn't. By the end of this, I was singing its praises to everyone. But of course, yeah, not everyone's gonna see this movie because they did the worst marketing campaign with the poster that looks like it's made for old people.
Yeah. I don't know, man, because really I'd like to see the Jake Gyllenhaal, Steven Spielberg one.
Yeah, well,
I think that would have been 10 times better because Jake Gyllenhaal would have probably got some more passion in it.
Are you kidding me? This is all about passion.
Dude, this movie is not about passion at all. Not at all. I did not feel no passion.
So you wanted more passion from? Okay, I got you. Well, I like this.
I want more. I wanted more of what I want to know why Leonardo did what he did in his life, like why he did this music. Why was he a conductor? Why was he, why did he do all this stuff? Why was he a composer? Why was he a conductor? What made him go down that path? We don't find that out. We just find out why he became famous and why he was a male whore. And guess what? I didn't keep my attention. If I want to find out why someone's a male whore, I'll go to Pornhub. All right. I don't need a PG-13 movie to show me.
Was this PG-13? It must have been.
It had to be PG-13. There's no way
it was R. There's
R. Whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't see Matt Boomer's penis, so I'm not happy. Hey, dude, if you're gonna have Matt Boomer and he's gonna have sex scenes,
what was your score in this then?
I'll get it a 3.7, and that's only because I like Carey Mulligan's acting. I like Matt Boomer in it. I like Sarah Silverman. Like Sarah Silverman looked the oldest I've ever seen her look in a movie.
Well, she's probably in her late 40s, you know?
No, she's in her 50s, dude. She's almost 60.
So she was great.
Yeah, no, but it's the makeup that made her look old. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you go look at her, she still looks like the same.
And she's fucking Matt Damon.
And she's fucking Matt Damon.
All right,
But,
I'm gonna run to as a comment now. What is the audience score for Maestro?
I'm going to have to say it's going to be like 87.
That's 59%.
59? All right.
Yeah. So the audience says Maestro's Oscar-worthy acting and impressive cinematography keep things engaging despite a flawed narrative that won't teach reviewers much about Bernstein's cultural impact. And that's the problem you have with it. You know, you're starting with the audiences in this one.
I know, and that's
Right?
very weird, but man, it was just I don't
Okay.
know. I didn't feel the love.
What's the critic score of Maestro? On
97.
80%. So
Nah.
they say, led by a pair of powerful performances, Maestro serves as a stirring overview of the tremendous talent's life and legacy. I'll read a good review and a bad review. Look on that word just to help you. From Sergio Bernstein of the Los Angeles Times, he says, Maestro is a work that celebrates and admires Bernstein, which I didn't think he did that, but whatever. This is Kyle Smith of Wall Street Journal. He says, Bradley Cooper's mimicry eventually becomes overbearing. The actor is working so hard that all the audience can focus on is the work rather than the character. It's self-defeating. So that's Maestro. It's on Netflix, guys. It's nominated for Best Picture and Best Actor and Actress with Bradley Cooper and Carey Mulligan. I liked it. Neil was lukewarm on this movie.
Yeah, we'll go lukewarm. Yeah, we'll go lukewarm.
Lukewarm. And that's Maestro, guys. We'll be spending most of our time talking about Argylle today, I imagine. but yeah, that's Maestro. You guys can watch it right now. Go to your Netflix box. It sounds like something you're interested in. You know, get news ready for us.
Heck yeah, dude. Let's do some news. This is the Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them News. I'm going to tell Chris stuff because he got beat up as a kid, brain damage, and it makes it so he can't read.
I'm very thankful
No?
for this new segment because I can't. I don't know.
I had a different one and I forgot it today, and then I just thought of it right after I got done. Because I think of these like late at night.
Yeah.
First, let's start with the
like when I
saddest.
get the email.
Yeah, let's get let's get it over with. Let's talk about the saddest of the week. The passing of one of the greats in motion picture, a guy who was the enemy to Rocky. He was he was the partner to Arnold Schwarzenegger to try to kill the Predator. He was the
He was Chuck
man.
Peterson in Happy Gilmore.
He taught you how to, aim for a hole. Mr. Action Jackson, Mr. Apollo Creed himself, Carl Weathers, passed away at the age of 76.
Rest in power, dude.
Yeah, rest in power, man. He was a great dude. He had a commercial for the Super Bowl that I guess they're now editing or whatever. They're gonna take it out so that doesn't play anymore, I guess, or something. I don't know, but
Man,
I say
guess
play it.
I often talk about that scene in Happy Gilmore. Where he pulls out the alligators out from his pocket, and I laugh at it because Carl Weathers, man, he was just a welcome presence in any movie he's been in. So rest in peace, rest in power, Carl Weathers. You're not forgotten. So
Disney's price went up this week, right?
I didn't notice. I hadn't looked at my bank account. So
yeah, and because of that hike, 1.3 million subscribers have now jumped off of the Disney Plus app, making a loss in one day of over $300 million.
good, the fucking evil corporation Disney. like as much as good shit they put out, they're also kind of fucking evil. It's like Coca-Cola.
I mean,
it's like Coca-Cola.
It's like America,
It's like
as good as the evil shit we put out. Like, I mean, we put out Trump. I mean, that's the thing. Disney, but and the same day, now this is all Disney for a minute here. Disney, in the same day that they lost $300 million in one day, pays $1.5 billion and now owns Epic Games.
What game do Epic Games?
Oh, no, I don't know. Probably the most popular game today.
Which is what?
Fortnite.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They now own the Fortnite company. Let's see if they got anybody, but Epic Games now will make, Spider-Man games, Marvel, Star Wars, Nightmare Before Christmas, Tron, and more Fortnite games to come. Like, they are gonna they have a video game company that they can make all of their video games with. And you know what's gonna get people? Yeah, I know. And then on the same day, they announced this too, which of course will get more streamers back to Disney. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Disney Plus streaming has announced when Taylor Swift's The Eras Tours, which is the top-selling concert movie of all time, will be, that made over 261 million worldwide. Let's make that roll up.
After the chore made billions, probably.
Yeah. And we'll be on the platform as of March 15th. So there's all that. And one more thing about the Disney World. Florence Pugh has revealed that they have started filming the Thunderbolts, which is the all-villain group. Like, it's their Suicide Squad. It'll be like Winter Soldier. I can't remember.
She's in it, huh?
Yeah, Zendaya's in it. Sebastian Stan's in it.
And this is a Marvel property.
Yeah. The Thunderbolts it's led by Sergeant Ross, who's going to be played by Harrison Ford. Anthony Mackie, who plays the new Captain America's in it. No, that's Captain America: New World. But Ross is played by Harrison Ford. And
so Sebastian Stan, he's playing Bucky in this.
Mm-hmm. He's playing Winter Soldier Bucky. Yeah.
This is gonna be interesting. I wonder how I mean, Marvel has been out of the spotlight this year, except for I guess Marvel. I mean, what they're basically saying is that Marvel's losing its luster, and then they say that Deadpool's never gonna bring it back. But that comes out when? Like, when does the Deadpool come out?
July something.
July. Okay, well, we're all looking forward to that. So,
one more thing about Disney. Moana 2.
Moana 2, yeah,
is now coming out November 2024. They dropped that little bolt of knowledge out last night. Hey, man. Remember that movie Saltburn that we reviewed?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Or last week. It was a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
last week, like a week before, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, what was your favorite scene from that movie? It's not a deep one. Just say something. Come on.
The ending scene. The ending scene.
Okay. Well, a lot of people's favorite scene is that famous bathtub scene. And Lush's Bath Bombs has a new Saltburn bath bomb.
Of course they do.
Inspired by the Lush's new Salt Bomb Bath Bomb is a playful yet refined way for fans to engage with the pop culture phenomenon of the movie Saltburn without any of the controversy. The bath bomb is a luxury composed of coconut milk powder, mineral-rich sea salt, and the beloved milky bath bubble bar fragrance from Lush.
This
so
movie
people can go drink other people's bath water.
God, I talked to someone who said that there are two scenes that made them gag from him while they were watching it, and she said that was one of them. So,
talking about awards that we all want to love, Barbie pretty much won all really big at the Grammy Awards, and so did another person that had the highest selling movie, one of the highest movies of last year. Taylor Swift makes history by winning her 4th record of the year Grammy, being the only individual to ever do that.
You mean album of the year?
Album of the year, yes.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry, album of the year.
Yeah, the thing about Taylor Swift, I don't really give a fuck about the Grammys. It's not something that I really watch or care about, but I'm happy for Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I don't care about the Grammys. Half these critics can't even stomach me, let alone stand me.
Yeah, I know. I think didn't he win a Grammy? That was nominated for a Grammy.
He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He was nominated for best album of the year with that, which I thought was funny. But good for Tay-Tay,
Zach Caligan wants you guys all to know that Chris Columbus is in the middle of writing, and they are working on animating a bunch of puppets so they can film Gremlins 3.
It's so weird that what's happening nowadays is that, like, for example, there was a long time when they said that 28 years later wouldn't come out ever, and it said it's never coming out. They said the same thing about Gremlins 3, but now it's happening. So all these things they said weren't happening are now happening. And I mean, as much as I want to see 20 years later and Gremlins 3, nowadays I have a hard time getting excited about sequels.
Oh, you want to talk about sequels? Let's talk about sequels. Hey, remember that movie about the two girls that go to their high school reunion and they lie to everybody that they made post notes?
Is this Michelle and Romy's high school reunion?
Romy and Michelle's sequel is happening, and they are full force ahead right now. Mira Sovina says, they said that we're full force ahead. The writing is done, and it's going to involve like an Emily in Paris.
Okay, cool. I guess I don't, man. Did you like that original one? Did you see it? I mean,
it was funny shit. I watch it all the time. Anytime it's on, I watch a clip, dude. And Janine Garofalo. Yeah, she is fucking hilarious in that movie. Hey, Chris, do you hate your local sports team? Yes, you do. So now, instead of watching the Super Bowl,
I'm
Where
actually gonna.
your local sports team is in for, I don't know, the 4th time in 4 years.
Are they hogging the Super Bowl from you? Is that what's happening?
No, I'm just saying you hate the Super Bowl, and it's okay. I get it that you hate sports and you hate your team and you hate your city that you live in.
I don't
but,
know. Listen. I'm actually going to the Super Bowl party this year. So.
Oh, you're gonna actually watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah. I mean, I know how the game works. So
when the ball goes into the spot, it's called a touchdown.
Okay, thank you. What about?
But if you're sick of the Super Bowl and don't want to watch football this year, guys, switch over to the all-day werewolf marathon on ShotTV.com. Shot TV will be showing all werewolf movies for 24 hours. No Taylor Swift, no Travis Kelce. The Wolfman will be playing Werewolf in London. Ginger Snaps, an American Werewolf in London, are just
Snaps.
some of the movies that are going to be aired.
I love Ginger Snaps. I got the show now.
I watched Ginger Snaps the other night. If you want to know about Bill Shatner, there's a documentary that's going to be hitting the good old Netflix coming up soon, and it will be. Oh no, I'm sorry, at the theater. My bad, I forgot. At the theater, March 22nd, and it's going to be called "You Can Call Me Bill," because if you're a friend of William Shatner's, you can call him Bill. You don't.
We can't call him Billy. We can't call him Billy.
Oh, fucking Billy your ass. Dave Bautista, Samuel Jackson. What more do you need?
I need to know if that's a movie that's coming out with them.
That's a movie coming out. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
To lead a post-apocalyptic action film called Afterburn. Do we need to know any more than that? I don't think. I can dig in the file.
We'll definitely be watching.
I got 100 more things to tell you about. Okay. I'm trying to go through them as much as possible. Henry Cavill in Highlander says the reboot is going to be deeper into the lore, making it more entertainment. Chris Hemsworth action movie with Matthew Vaughn are going to be doing an action movie together, and Matthew Vaughn is making a prediction it's going to break the bank. Everybody's going to love this. Rob Liefeld, do you know who that name is?
No.
Okay, Rob Liefeld is the creator, not the creator, but the writer and artist of one of the greatest comic book people of all time, Deadpool. Okay. He's not the creator, but he's the one that makes him.
It means Deadpool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, made Deadpool. He will be retiring after 33 years of writing the character. He will be doing one more series. Go look it up if you guys are into the comic books. He will definitely be one there for you guys all to see. Pamela Lee Anderson.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Dave Bautista. Gia Coppola.
Yeah.
They will be shooting a movie coming up called The Last Showgirl. Now, Pamela leads an all-star cast in an upcoming drama, The Last Showgirl, receiving praise from director Gia Coppola for her daring and heartfelt performance. Anderson's recent documentary, Pamela, a Love Story, everybody's hit it. And so
is this a
follows a seasoned showgirl who must plan her future when her show abruptly closes after a 30-year run.
So this is a sequel to Showgirls?
No.
So Elizabeth Berkley is on this. And Gene Gershon's on this. Okay.
All right. No, Gia Coppola is the director.
Okay.
Gosh, you don't listen to anything I say, do you? Jurassic World 4 is in development. That's all we know about it. The Beekeeper that which we reviewed last week is literally $1 million away from beating the highest movie that Jason Statham has ever been as the lead actor.
What movie is that? The
Mechanic. The Mechanic was the one. He is $1 million, and The Beekeeper will beat that probably within the next week.
Would you like more of The Mechanic or Beekeeper? Would you like more of Beekeeper?
No, it was The Mechanic was way before we even started this, bro.
But which one do you like more?
What? Beekeeper, dude. Beekeeper's fucking badass, bro. I fucking love that movie. Let's see. What am I missing here? I know there's something really important. Oh, Tigger, Owl, Piglet.
Well, and Kangaroo, right?
No, not Kangaroo, but Piglet, Tigger, and Owl have all become public domain this past couple months.
Is he a public domain yet?
Yeah, he was originally when Winnie the Pooh
Okay.
came.
Okay.
Which means the trailer for Winnie and the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 was released yesterday with Piglet now and Tigger in it. It looks just as dumb and creepy as the last one.
So,
I
if
don't
I remember
know.
correctly, people hated that first one, not because it was, subversive, because it sucked apparently. But we hadn't seen it. But me and Neil might try to see this one.
Yeah, definitely probably going to see this. Bob Odenkirk is reuniting with Nobody Rider to make a movie called Normal. In Normal, Odenkirk plays a man named Ulysses who uncovers a deep criminal conspiracy in a sleepy town of Normal.
Well, I mean, anything Bob Odenkirk can do, we'll watch because he's amazing.
Hey, did you ever want to see Mike Tyson in a bunny suit?
I mean, haven't we all?
Yeah, Mike Tyson to play himself in the offbeat superhero movie called Bunny Man.
I mean, I don't know. like it's kind of hard for me to root on a convicted rapist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
The movie follows a millionaire superhero who wears a rabbit mask to avenge his sister's suicide.
All right, good luck, I guess.
And let's see here. Where do I start off? Okay. Jim Curry is going to be redoing his role as Robotnik for Sonic 3. So
Yeah,
we
he
were
said he was done. He said he was done doing it, and then he just said they're like, "Here's a bunch of money." He's like, "Okay." That's what that was.
Hey, dude, whatever. All right. Pixar has announced that Toy Story 5 and Frozen 3 will be released in 2026.
Fucking snore, dude. Like, I don't think we. I mean, if it's gonna bring you money, there's a argument to make that whatever makes money is the best way to go. But you and I know that's not true. You know, like we all talk about artistic integrity, and Disney lost that so long ago. You know,
right?
Okay.
And Brad Pitt to reunite with the one, the only, the man with the plan, Quentin Tarantino for the movie Critic,
Mhm.
and everybody is rumoring because of it being set in 1977 California that Brad Pitt will more than likely be playing his character from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, dude, I fucking love that. I love Cliff in this movie. I would love it so much if he plays Cliff in this one. God, how
Cliff was
happy-
such a badass.
I know.
And last but not least, we're gonna end this. It's kind of somber, but I think it's kind of cool. There's a video game that recently came out called The Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
It apparently wasn't well received.
Yeah, not well received, and everybody said, and it was said that it was the last performance of the greatest Batman that ever existed on this planet,
Kevin
Earth,
Conroy,
Mr.
yeah.
Kevin Conroy. That's bullshit.
Oh yeah.
There is a 3-part movie series. I'm halfway through the movie because I was watching it earlier when I was working on shit. Called Crisis on Infinity Earths, and there's a part 1, a part 2, and a part 3, which it's all like 2.5, 3 hour each movie, and it's animated.
Yeah.
And Bat Boomer plays the voice of Flash. You know, like literally and it's a really good artistic movie. Part 3 has the last recording of Kevin Conroy doing Batman's voice. It will not.
That's
and an animated movie like the part 1, I'm almost all through all the first one. It's really good.
Yeah.
So it's like, hopefully this is where he ends his note on. Man, Kevin Conroy. I met him, guys. He was
Neil, I want you to tell the story for real. I've noticed in that episode. It's a really sweet story.
All right, Kevin Conroy, I met him. When you walk up, they have little postcards, and they're like, "Hey, what do you want him to write?" And I was like, "I don't know, to Neil from Kevin Conroy." You know, like I said. But I walk up to the table with me and my friend Matt, and we go up there, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like, "Hey, Kevin, I just gotta say thank you for all your work. I just want you to know, every time I read a comic book, it's your voice I hear when I read a comic book. And he's like, oh man, you want to take a picture? And I was like, yeah. So we took a picture really quick, and then I told Matt, get the fuck out of the picture so I could take one alone.
But he didn't charge you for it, right? Like that was one.
No. He's supposed to charge, but no, he just like, let's take a picture, man.
Yeah.
And then when we walked away, Matt looked down at the photo. He goes, did you read the photo? And I was like, no, I don't see it. Just says to Neil from Kevin Conroy. And he's like, no, read it. And he goes, to Neil, I'll always be your Batman, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
I cried like a baby.
Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. You're a god among men, and we miss you every day. So
every day. Thank you, everybody. That's the news. Let's get over to the last movie. That was the movies that don't suck and some of the news. I have to read stuff to Chris because he can't do Braille on his laptop.
I'm blind too. All right, so we're talking about the biggest number one movie this week, which is Argylle, directed by Matthew Vaughn. He directed Kingsman, The Secret Service, Kick-Ass, X-Men First Class, and probably were first on the scene with a layer cake. This movie stars Henry Cavill as Argylle.
I saw you on Mattyside.
Bryce Dallas Howard as Ellie Conway.
I told you how it works.
Sam Rockwell as Aiden Wild.
It's a lot of condoms.
Bryan Cranston as Director Ritter.
I'm the cook.
Also stars Dua Lipa's in this as Lagrange, and Bose as Kira. Richard Gere as Director Fowler. This also stars John Cena as Wyatt.
I will fuck you, all right? I will enter you.
And this has a bunch of other people, including Scarlett O'Hara. But
I will fuck you, all right? I will enter you.
Okay, really quick. I'm sorry to interrupt, but what if I meet John Cena at WrestleMania 40, bro? Because I'm going to be there for a whole week. I'm going to go to all these meet and greets, all these breakfasts and brunches where we get to meet the superstars. The first thing I'm going to say is like, I have a movie with podcast, and my co-host cannot stop playing.
I will fuck you, all right? I will enter you.
Oh, I'm sure he'll laugh his ass off. He's a good dude.
So
I've never heard a bad thing about him.
Run through the storyline for Argylle.
Mm-hmm. Argylle. All right. So what's this movie about? Okay, here it is. Ellie Conway, an introverted spy novelist who seldom leaves her home, is drawn into the real world of espionage when the plot of her books get a little too close to the activities of a sinister underground syndicate. When Aiden, a spy who shows up to save her, he says, from being kidnapped or killed or both, Ellie and her beloved cat Alfie are plunged into a covert world where nothing and no one is what it seems.
I want you to start out this new one.
How do I say this? It was like watching Kingsman for the first time.
Okay. Explain.
I didn't know what the fuck I was getting into. I didn't know what the hell was going to go on. And at the end of the movie, I was very happy I went on this journey. I was very in love with the characters. And not only was I happy, but I was like, man, I hope this turns into a franchise.
Okay.
And here comes the post-credit scenes. And I'm like, oh shit! This might actually be part of a franchise.
So, here's the problem. I felt the exact opposite.
What the fuck is wrong? This was like one of the most fun. Like, I took a buddy. We had a great time. Like, we laughed. We cried. We shed tears of pure joy.
You love this movie?
Oh,
Really?
dude, I absolutely love this movie.
I did not love this movie.
Like, we were like, oh my God, after that Freelancer movie John Cena was in, this is obviously the bigger, better
Yeah,
movie.
but I mean, that wasn't a hard bar to clear. But so I went and saw this. I think Friday. I saw this on Friday, so it was a full theater. I saw an IMAX to get the full effect, So I had no problem with the acting. I love Sam Rockwell. He's great in this. I love Sam Rockwell. He's in. He's great.
And Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard, okay. Bryce
She
Dallas
was
Howard.
great. Oh my god!
Hold on.
Especially when she did the thing to fuck all this, to say fuck you to all the fans. Oh my god, that was so awesome.
But the thing is, man, now I knew what it was going for. It's going for like it's supposed to be kind of a parody of all the spy tropes, because that's all that the movie. It's like sort of saying all these spy tropes is in this movie, but it's overstuffed that way. Like I got the joke halfway through the fucking movie. The
Yeah,
twist,
but it's the joke.
I know, but you stretched out to 2.5 hours. Also, when it comes
It's
to
like stretching out a 2.5 hour fucking movie about a composer when he doesn't even goddamn do a goddamn composing in the fucking movie. I mean, we don't learn anything about music that whole fucking movie.
We're not talking about this movie. We're not talking about Maestro right now.
Okay, so we're not going to compare how other movies have done it too.
Okay. Hold on.
A lot.
Hold on. So
some of them are nominated for Oscars.
Are you done?
No, it's like this movie was fun and exactly what you get from the movie.
Okay, but I'm going with my problems with that. I'll talk about nice things later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it was so that I was overstuffed. I got the joke halfway through the movie, and by the end, there are twists that are inconsequential to me. Like I didn't give a fuck about the plot at the end of the movie at all, because it twisted around so much that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take this in, and I was like, there's like with No Time to Die or any sort of spy movie this is trying to emulate and make fun of, I felt no stakes whatsoever. I didn't know the fuck what they're delivering, what they're doing with Sam Jackson. I didn't know because they didn't say anything about it. Like the movie has potholes that are giant and other things, and I understand that's the point of the movie. Matt Vaughn's making fun of it, but by that time I was just kind of exhausted. I was like, okay, I don't know what's supposed to follow here. Not saying that I don't love Sam Rockwell in this movie, because I love him in everything he's in. He's great in this, but it was convoluted, and there are parts that I laughed at, but most of the time I was kind of like, fuck, I'm tired. I'm exhausted by this movie, and not because I'm older or whatever, but I just said these scenes that were supposed, obviously these center points of this movie were supposed to be amazing, and I was just rolling my eyes. And not because I don't love silly action. I like silly action, but to me, the two scenes, I'm talking about near the end, I was kind of like, I mean, it felt too polished. Even it wasn't as raw as I wanted. Matthew Vaughn is known for being raw and violent, and I'm sure he didn't write this to be a PG-13 movie, but that's what it ended up being. And like I love Kingsman because it's there's no bars on it, there's no locks on the door, but in this one I felt like there was. And so because now that's not saying Argylle has the cool.
Literally starts with the guy locking a door.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. This didn't do it for me. I know the people out there that love Argylle, and you're obviously one of them. It just didn't do it for me.
Well, one, we already know you hate Henry Cavill, so that's.
I don't hate Cavill. I have no problems.
You've never liked a single fucking thing he's ever been in. Name one movie you like him in.
Dude, I gotta be honest. I fell asleep in the Superman movie. I don't hate Henry Cavill. I know nothing against him. And to say that I
don't like anything he's ever been in. You don't like him as Superman. You didn't like him as Witcher. You didn't like him in Enola. You thought he was too muscly, I think it was. Or
I never used any of those words.
Something like that. You said he was too big.
No, Neil, you're mischaracterizing. I have my feelings on Henry Cavill are
I think you're upset that I made fun of the Oscar-nominated movie.
I liked him in Mission Impossible, man. All right? I liked him in Mission Impossible.
Oh, great. The movie he doesn't talk in. I get it. You like him in that one,
listen,
huh?
I have no problem with him.
But hey, as long as Henry doesn't talk, I'll like him.
I really liked Sam Rockwell in this movie. I really did. And, Sam Jackson does Sam Jackson. And John Cena is in John Cena. But like I said, I had problems mostly with just the whole movie itself, not the acting in it. And Matthew Vaughn.
I know, and you hate Die Hard. It's cool.
I love Die Hard.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Cool. Why is his name Argylle?
What are you talking about here? Because
why is this movie called Argylle?
Why would this movie? Why would Die Hard name it? Hold on, are you talking about the guy? Are you talking about the guy in the limousine? The guy who drove it?
Yes, that's what this movie's named after.
No, it's not. You know that.
Yes, it is. Look it up. I check my facts.
Okay, if that's the case. That's the only tying that together is just the name.
But anyway,
But Neil, talk about why you like this movie instead of shitting on me for not. How about that?
I just don't like people that don't like fun. And I'm sorry. It's like somebody saying they don't like Disney World.
All right,
It's like you don't like Disney World because you're a dick. Like
here goes Neil saying, just because I don't like something, I'm a dick or I'm a fun hater.
you don't like something fun, you're a dick. You just don't like things. You're like, I got it. Let me suck all the joy and happiness out of this fucking movie.
No, I'm glad Neil liked it. I really am. I'm glad you liked it, bro.
No, you're not. You
Yes,
hate
I
that
am.
people enjoyed it.
No.
You probably threw bottles at the back of people's head in the IMAX.
No, I let people. I let people enjoy this movie. Okay, I didn't shit on it. I in fact, the next day, me and Lee were at lunch. I got a little drunk, and she was like, "Do you remember this movie?" I'm like, "Yeah." I spent 15 minutes explaining the whole pod back to her on the way back to home from Chewy's, and I remember the whole fucking thing, and that's when I realized I didn't like this movie.
But anyway, this movie was fun. It was great. There's a lot of jokes in it that were really, really for cinemaphobes, like we're pointing off of certain things and stuff. Matthew Vaughn, who's always a pleasure.
I think you mean cinephile. Cinephobe means that you didn't like it, but cinephile means you liked it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Cinephile.
Yeah, you said cinephobe.
You're a cinephobe, whatever. Matthew Vaughn, who's made the best X-Men movie, Kick-Ass, The Kingsman, made
Is First
Rocket
Class your
Man.
favorite X-Men movie?
Huh?
Is First Class your favorite X-Men movie?
It's the best X-Men.
I agree with you. I agree with you, by the way.
I mean, I'm not saying it's my favorite, but it's the best.
Yeah. I agree with you.
But, I mean, you're talking about a man who knows his shit, and he knocked this one, I think, directly out of the park. He created another atmosphere. It's going to go into it's adding a whole nother universe, which Chris, for some reason, just thinks spoilers isn't a thing anymore. But how many times have you said that this is linked to Kingsman already?
I didn't say that at all. You did.
No, you did. I said this movie reminds me of the first time I.
I didn't say it was linked at all. You did.
Yeah, you did. Go back when you go to
I didn't say it was linked. I didn't say it was linked at all. Not Lisa. I said he directed Kingsman. I didn't say it was linked at all.
No. You said something. It didn't remind me.
No, I didn't. And if I did, I'm going to kick it out. I'm going to take it out of the podcast.
So nobody knows you said it.
No, but I don't think I said it.
Anyway, let me make my statement down. Stop. You remind me of people that like when I'm trying to make a point. You're like, hey,
I'm not going to let you slander me on the podcast.
I don't. There's that thing right there that I'm going to point at to make sure he doesn't get to his point.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
I'm muting myself.
Your curtains are black, man. Your curtains are black.
I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead and
mute yourself. Then what's the point of a podcast if
you won't
just don't jump in and jump on stuff that
Okay.
When I'm calling you out.
But I did not link this to Kingsman at all.
You did twice. Anyway, but anyway, this movie, Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas, and then Sam Rockwell, and even Brian Kent's Catherine O'Hara was in this movie as well, who is just a pleasure in any movie that she's ever
I like to see her. I mean, honestly, just seeing her in this just made me a little bit because she's so good.
Yeah, and Dua Lipa's first acting, where she actually acts in the movie.
Did she act that much though?
Yeah. I mean, she did a whole dance scene and everything.
Yeah, yeah, she was fine.
I mean, come on. Do you want me to go back and get some Bond girls out and show you how many times they don't say a single word?
Yeah, I don't think Olga Kurylenko said a single thing. In
Pussy Galore didn't even say a word until the end of the fucking movie. So. Anyway, I think it was just the fact that they wanted James Bond to say pussy the whole time. Oh, pussy galore. But anyway. So this movie is fun.
Sorry.
This movie. Are you done? Oh, he muted his mic. What a dick. How about you just not jump in every time I'm trying to finish a sentence? But anyway, Argylle was fun. It's fun for the whole family. You can go take kids to see it because it's a PG-13 movie. It literally brings that spy novel to a level where the hilarity is there about it. And that's okay because spy movies are supposed to be funny and dumb. They're not supposed to be realistic. There's no such thing as real spies. And if they are, they all die in mass murdering or brutal bombings or stuff like that. I mean, if you want a realistic spy movie would not be good. I mean, have you ever seen actually what real spies look like or what they do?
Did you not think it was over long for what it was?
No, I felt like it was like 10 minutes, bro. I felt like this movie began and ended. This was like one of the funnest movies in this entire year. If this is not my top 10, I don't see how it won't be.
That blows my fucking mind you said that, but that's fine. This is
I mean,
out of it.
Because this and Beekeeper, like literally, they're both movies that are establishing a universe, and I like that because right now we're on a universe building movie kick, and guess what? This is what I want more of. Great, give me more of this. Because if we don't do movies like this that are fun, aren't big action, they didn't do how many action scenes are really that big? I mean, they had a couple, but it was more like we're just fun, have a little fight scenes and stuff like that. There was a big blow up, blah 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 blah.
But my problem was that there are no stakes in this movie.
Huh?
There are no stakes in this movie.
Yeah, there was.
Were there? Because I
Yeah.
felt none of them. The plot switched around so many times that by the end of it, I was like, "Were there stakes in this?" I had no clue.
All right. Well, next time that you watch this movie, I'll sit down with you, hold your hand, and explain
No,
to
no,
you.
no. I understand it. It just didn't matter.
Oh, because you didn't like it from the beginning because Henry Cavill was in it. Got it.
You think I had this like imaginary grudge against him? I had nothing.
Really do. You haven't liked anything he's ever been in.
I never, dude. I never talked shit on Henry Cavill as an actor.
You said you don't like him as Superman.
I know he's
I remember that conversation.
I know he's a super nerd. Not like that about him.
The Man from Uncle. Do you like that?
I didn't see that movie.
All right. Let's see. Immortals.
I liked Immortals.
Hellraiser, Hell World.
I don't think I don't think I saw that.
No, that's
one.
in 2005.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see that.
Sandcastle.
I didn't see Sandcastle. Did you?
Yes, I've seen everything Henry Cavill's in because I like Henry Cavill.
Okay. I'm not doing against it, but for some reason you didn't get that. That's why reason I don't like her. I don't know. Just I didn't like the movie, but that's fine.
And you don't like anything Bryce Dallas Howard's in either.
I like Jurassic World. I like
you didn't like it. You gave it a bad review.
I didn't. I think I liked Jurassic World. I can tell you, I even
like
liked the Village.
3.2 or something.
I even liked the Village, which is not a popular thing to say, but I liked the Village.
You didn't like the Mandalorian.
I didn't dislike the Mandalorian.
You hated Rocket Man. You hated Rocket Man. You thought
no,
it was
both you and I loved Rocket Man, dude.
No, you hated Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man. I remember.
No, I didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody, but I liked Rocket Man. You and I both liked.
Oh, you hated Arrested Development.
I liked Arrested Development.
No, you don't. Then how did it end?
I liked the first couple of seasons. That one that was on Netflix wasn't so good.
Pete's Dragon. You didn't like.
I didn't see Pete's Dragon.
50-50. The Help. You hated The Help.
I didn't hate The Help, but Neil, what is your score on Argylle?
I give it a 4.0, man. This is a great movie. I want to watch it again. I want to watch it again now.
Now, because it was the production value, my thoughts on this, 3.3, 3.2. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it either. You know,
this is 10 times more rewatchable than any other movie. Like, this is one of the most rewatchable movies of 2024 right now.
It's February, so there's still time, right?
I'm saying just of this time frame. I mean, this and Beekeeper are the two right now that are like the most rewatchable that we've watched.
I'm on
like some of the movies we watched. What are some of the movies we watched this year? Oh my god, some of them are just so god awful. Huh?
I don't want to go back because we just. But Neil, what is the audience score for the Argylle on Rotten Tomatoes?
Your mom.
That's not a valid number.
doing your mom. You know, we're straight up doing your mom.
Come on. What you got?
The audience is going to give it a 78%.
The audience is in 77%. You're really close.
God damn it! Why am I always one off?
71, so you were more than one off. But here's the audience score. Here's the audience says. Argylle is an entertaining spy comedy with over-the-top action and plenty of surprises, although the fun starts to run out toward the end of its overall runtime, which was my part. What's what I said about it. All right, Neil, what's the critic score on Argylle?
68%.
33%.
33?
Yeah, so I was on their side.
Oh my God.
Critic consensus is
critic, Chris.
Argylle gets some mileage.
You were on the same boat with them on Maestro and the same boat as Argylle. You have turned into a critic. You have turned into the thing we hate. You have turned to the dark side.
Maybe. This is a critic consensus. Argylle gets some mileage out of its silly, energetic spin on the spy thriller, but ultimately wears out its welcome with a convoluted plot and overall runtime. Yeah. I'll read you a bad review and a good review for you, Neil. So I love you. Okay. This is a bad review from Christy Pooch. I don't do that. I never said that. Here's Christy Pachuco of Mashable. She says, much like The Flash, this action movie feels less like fun and more like a punishment. All right, and this is from Mark Commode of Commode Mario Mato's Take. He says, this is the most fun Matthew Vaughn film has been for a very long time. Neil liked this movie. I didn't. But if you guys want to see it, if you guys want to see this movie, I said 3.2. I think the movie's on something that you tag. Why don't you calm down? You guys can go see this at theaters. It's number one at the box office. Neil had a lot of fun watching it, and maybe you would too. The cat is not in it as much as the previews makes it seems like it is, by the way. If you guys hate cats,
everywhere, bro.
Alfie. But yeah, that's the movie. You guys want to go to the theater. If you don't, there's other stuff coming out this week if you want to see that.
And if you want to kill Chris, I'll give you his address. Just email me, direct message me. I know where he lives.
Try to come to my house and Hugo.
Yeah, and you'll get killed by his chickens.
By Hugo at the very least. But even though Hugo liked you.
Yeah, that's why Chris doesn't know how to shoot a gun, so he has a dog.
Didn't Hugo like you?
Hugo loves me.
Yeah,
so I'll just give him something with my scent on it.
He wouldn't leave you alone. You're like, you don't really like dogs. He wouldn't leave you alone. You're like, God, stay the fuck away from me. But it's okay.
I know that was back in the days when he used to lick my toes a lot.
Oh, you know what? Honey is not the person who licks toes. She's right here in front of me, being a sweetheart. But
who's licking your toes?
Honey, or her golden retriever.
Why?
I don't know. She's the most like white dog I could possibly have. Like everyone who's white has a golden retriever. But I love her. Anyway, Neil, next week, what are we doing? Lisa Frankenstein, right? That's something that's coming out this week.
I guess that's one of them we're doing, and then we'll do the biography of Ric Flair.
Is that on? Where's that?
I'm just kidding. It came onto Netflix this week because they're trying to get ready to bring WWE over.
Do you want to do that one, or is it old?
No, it's old. It's old. It's from 2015.
Nature Boy, right?
Yeah. They didn't make a movie about Ric Flair.
one day they will. But we're gonna go ahead.
I hope not.
All right. If you want to find the stream movie, that's fine, or we'll find it. But next week,
we'll look in a little bit.
Lisa Frankenstein for sure. But that's the Ella Cody's next movie. But you guys find us online, movies on suck.net. We're w2mnet.com. That's W2M is the movies net.com. You'll find us there along with a bunch of really cool podcasts. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. I'm sorry, X MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. Go to patreon.com/movies on suck. Give us a few meals, shekels. Neil can buy value meal from Wendy's. Go to patreon.com. I'm sorry, go to bottom.com, search your name, movies on suck, and something new. You'll find our shirts along with the cool stuff Neil's made. We're also on, if you're watching this on Facebook, like that Patreon, on YouTube, go and subscribe. And if you're watching this, listening to us on the app, so subscribe. So every time it's uploaded, it comes straight to you effortlessly. when we're trying podcasts, trying movies on some that do. Neil, what do for people that have small businesses?
If you got a business, let us know. Give us an email, give us a message, get over to us, and we'll advertise you to our thousands of followers or millions of listeners right here on Movies Don't Suck and Some That Do.
Are you good, man? You already got here?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I got to pee anyway.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, if you want to make out with Bradley Cooper but totally hate Henry Cavill, you could be on Chris's side of these two
Come
movies
on.
today. Just kidding. We all love movies. Chris just still hates Henry Cavill. Have a good day. Everybody, have a good day. Thank you for watching. Thanks for jumping in. You guys have a good day. We're going to take off now. We got things to do in our life. Join us. Go make sure to go check out all the old podcasts at Spotify or Apple
they're
Podcasts.
everywhere, man. They're everywhere.
Or go check out our old vlogs if you want to. There's ones where Chris are naked. And it's
Yeah.